Welcome to Glina Artistic Paint Education. You're not just here to learn paint manufacturing. You are here to build income, freedom, confidence, and business growth, and a better future through paint entrepreneurship. This channel teaches paint manufacturing business, industrial paint production system, paint chemical production, paint factory thinking, paint business growth, paint branding, paint sales strategy, and professional manufacturing system. This is not just paint mixing. This is a modern paint entrepreneurship. Before we begin today's training, I would like to share something personal. Over the past few days, my family and I have been going through a difficult period following the loss of my father. I want to sincerely thank everyone who has prayed, sent messages, called, and shown support during this time. I truly appreciate it. I may be a little quiet than usual for a few days or months, but please know that I am still here. We will continue learning, we'll continue growing, we'll continue building businesses together. Life reminds us that the time is precious. And one of the best way we can honor those we love is by continue to grow and build a better future. That is exactly what we'll be continuing. Also, throughout June, we are running our Glina PMB, which is the Paint Manufacturing Business Media Transformation Promo, a month dedicated to helping serious manufacturers improve their product system and production system, paint business, growth paint branding, paint sales strategy, and factory thinking. I'll share more details throughout the month. Now, let's begin today's training. Most paint manufacturer think their biggest problem is producing paint. But what if the real problem is something else? What if your paint looks fine inside the bucket but fails on the wall? What if your customers are applying coat after coat after coat? What if your customers are still complaining and this product cannot get proper coverage? Today, I'm going to show you exactly why this happens and how professional manufacturers think differently. Also, this is a continuation video of how paint is professionally mixed in factory dispensation. If you haven't watched that video and you're just joining us today, you can check the video description. The link to that video, it's going to be the first link you see. So try to also watch that video. It is very important. This is a follow-up video. A few days ago, one of my students reached out to me. He was frustrated, his customers were frustrated, and his reputation was beginning to suffer. The complaint was customer were applying 3 coats of his paint before they could get proper coverage. 3 coats. Think about that. Imagine buying paint, applying 1 coat, not enough, applying the second coat, still not enough. And then you apply the third coat. Only then does it begins to cover properly. Would you buy that paint again? Probably not. Have you ever experienced something similar? Keep watching because this lesson could save your paint business. This wasn't theory. This wasn't a textbook explain. This was a real problem from a real student. And the beautiful thing about real problem is that they reveal real opportunities for learning. Instead of ignoring the complaint, we investigated, we diagnosed, we corrected, and that's exactly how factory thinking works. Professional manufacturers don't panic, they troubleshoot. Poor coverage creates several dangerous business problems. Customer complaint, bad review, loss of trust, and it reduces repeated sales, refund requests, danger to your brand. And remember this, consistency creates trust. So trust creates profit. The moment customers stop trusting your product, your profit begins to disappear. Now, let's talk about the science. The real issue here is something called hidden power. You see, hidden power is the ability of paint to cover the surface underneath. If a black surface is underneath, good paint should hide it effectively. If your paint struggles to hide what's underneath, customer will need more coat. Many beginners believe thickness alone creates coverage. That's not true. You see, coverage depends on several factors. One, pigment quality. Two, pigment loading. Three, extender balance. Four, binder quality. Five, dispersion quality. And the last, production process. This is not guesswork. This is a system. This is how professional manufacturers think. When I started paint manufacturing years ago, I made similar mistake. I thought if paint looked thick, everything was fine. And I thought if the bucket looked full, customer would be happy. I was wrong because paint performances is measured on the wall, not inside the bucket. That lesson cost me money, but it taught me something valuable. Quality starts with system. And after identifying the issues, these students corrected the problem. The product improved, customers' confidence improved, and that is what we want, not temporary success. Sustainability is success because real paint entrepreneurship is built on consistency, like I always tell my students. Most manufacturers think production is the hardest part. You see, production is only the beginning. The real challenges is creating products that customer trust because every bucket you sell is marketing. Every wall you paint is marketing. Every customer experience is marketing. Let's connect this to profit. Poor coverage means more complaint, fewer referee, less repeated business. Good coverage means satisfaction of customers, repeated customers, contractors' recommendation, and business growth. That is why a good product without visibility will struggle, but a visible product with poor quality will eventually fail. Now, you need both. This is why professional paint manufacturers think differently. They don't ask, how do I make paint? Rather, they ask, how do I build a system that constantly produce quality paint all the time? And that is factory thinking. That's production control, and that is modern paint entrepreneurship, not the old system. Today, we have students from different backgrounds, different countries, different experiences, but one mission: to build something better. We are building more than paint, we are building businesses, we are building confidence, and we are building opportunities. If you would like to learn the complete paint manufacturing business system, I teach my students, including production system, troubleshooting, paint business growth, paint branding, paint sales strategy, paint costing analysis, paint color default, and factory thinking. Then stay connected throughout our June mid-year transformation promo discount month. There will be a special training, student success stories, and opportunity for serious manufacturers who want to grow the paint manufacturing business, and of course for some persons who want to learn paint manufacturing business the right way. Here is something interesting. If your paint isn't covering properly, the next problem is usually thickness, and many manufacturers get this wrong. In my next training, I'll show you why paint becomes watery, what causes it, and how to prevent it, and how professional manufacturers solve it. You don't want to mix that one. And before I live. From the month of June, we are officially open for the Glina PMB, which is the Paint Manufacturing Business Media Transformation Discount 2026. You see, 2026 is already halfway gone. The question is, have you moved closer to your goal, or are you still waiting for the right time? The truth is that most people remain stuck because they keep postponing skill acquisition. Yet skill creates opportunity, and paint manufacturing remain one of the most practical skill for building income, creating products, serving customers and growing a business. So for this month of June, we have opened a special media paint manufacturing business transformation offer for serious individuals who want to position themselves for the second half of the year. If you would like to take advantage of this June opportunity, check the link in the description below. Remember, this special offer is available only during June, and after June, the next major opportunity will be our paint manufacturing business life mentorship cohort in 2026 coming in August. And after that, of course, our next major promotion will be the end of the year promo in December. The next 6 months can completely change your life if you decide to learn, build, and take action. Remember, paint manufacturing is more than mixing chemical. It is a skill that can help you build income, build confidence, build freedom, build a business, and of course, build a better future for yourself and your family. This is not just about producing paint. This is about creating opportunities. This is about building system. This is about building something that lasts. So subscribe to Glina Artistic Paint Education. And of course, like I said, I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.